Wow! Yeah! Shake it, 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 shake it. Skeleton, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Let's go.
Hey everybody, what is up? This is a brand new video series on the MRJ K-Pop vlog. I'm going to be taking you guys behind the scenes on some of my production work in my studio. So I'm just going to kind of wing this video, and hopefully you guys can comment, maybe tell me some more things that you want to see, and we're going to go from there and hopefully expand it. Don't worry, I'm still going to be doing the reaction/reviews, but we're also adding this series to the channel, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Alright, so for this first episode today, I'm going to be going over my monitoring setup in studio, and I'll show you guys a little bit of how I listen to music, the area where I do my reactions and reviews, as well as all of my music work. And this video will let you guys see what I see, like when I'm filming my videos. And you can't hear my speakers, unfortunately, because you have to be here, but at least you'll be able to see what I'm listening to and see my studio setup, and hopefully it'll make more sense to you. Alright, so I'm going to move the camera back over there so you guys can get a little bit different perspective and see what I'm always sort of staring into while I'm doing my reactions. Alright, so this is basically it. This is where I do all of my music recording and production and songwriting work, and it's also where I listen to most of my reactions and film most of my videos. So you can see I've got kind of a crazy triple monitor setup here, and there's actually a reason for it. A lot of times I'll be working in Pro Tools, which is my DAW of choice. I can have my edit window here, my mix window here, and then I can either have a MIDI edit window or some sort of plug-in on this third monitor. And even having all the real estate on the screen of those three monitors, a lot of times it feels like it's still not quite enough. As you can see, I have an insane amount of tracks open. Right down here, I've got a completely custom mastering grade passive volume controller, and basically what it does, it switches between my various monitors, and it has a really high precision gold point attenuator built in, and then of course the switches which allow me to go between the different speakers, even at extremely low volumes. I don't have a unbalance between the left and right side, I don't have the bass dropping out, anything like that. I've run all kinds of tests on it. It tests totally flat over the entire audible range. So this is definitely a main piece in my setup. For my main speakers here, I've got Yamaha NS10M Studios. They're pretty standard. You'll find them in pretty much every pro studio around the entire world. They're not the most pleasant speakers to listen on, but their transient response and time domain response, all that type of stuff is really exceptional. So even though they aren't the flattest speakers, they aren't the loudest, they don't have the most bass, in fact they're kind of lacking bass, what they do is just kind of really special and extremely useful in a recording studio. So most of the time I'm listening on those, and I've also picked up some Alesis Monitor 1s, the first generation of them, and they are a considerably lower end speaker than the Yamaha NS10, but I really like what they do and how they represent finished songs to me, so I just use them as kind of a safety check, and a lot of times I'll flip over to those after working on the NS10s for a really long time. You can also see that I've got some giant speakers sitting here, and those are first generation Advent Legacies, and they are fully functional, but I don't have them hooked up right now. I go back and forth between the Monitor ones and the Legacies. I may want to modify them a little bit, tweak some things, and I'm sure I'll be using them again in the future, so I just leave them there. Both pairs of speakers are actually being driven by a 5-channel Carver amp. I just use 2 channels, and then there's one left over. It's a really high-end home audio amp. It's basically professional grade. It's just a beast. Everything is like super over-engineered, but that's kind of what I like. I mean, I like things that are built that way, and it does its job extremely well. So I've got a track that I've been working on for Helix B. Myself and Brian are doing this one as sort of a subgroup. The music video is going to be out really soon. I'll play a little bit for you, and maybe you'll recognize it. This song was actually really fun because I got to play a little bit of guitar in it. It was a really simple part, but hey, I finally got to bust out the guitar and play it in some K-pop. enjoyed this video. Let me know what things you want to see more of, what things you don't want to see, and we'll just kind of wing it. You guys let me know in the comments, and I'll try to cover more things in more detail. This is just the first episode, but we can look into my other covers. I can go through and maybe debunk some recording or K-pop recording technique myths, or at least show you how they do things or how I would do things to copy my favorite K-pop songs. And I'll close this video out giving you guys a little bit of a preview of our cover. See you next time.
Yeah, shake it, 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 shake it. Skeleton, baby, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Let's go. Who is the guy that's hanging by your side? He says, ooh, look at the time. You're right, he doesn't love ya. We're here to get down, and I just wanna rock your mind. I see your sad eyes.
Give me a sign, you know what I
Wanna see you dancing, crazy mess in the club tonight. They're looking, what's the newest scandal, girl? Ha ha ha, work it out. Tell me what you're gonna do. Ha ha ha, work it out. I see him chasing after you. Ha ha ha, work it out. Hey baby, tell me what you want. Playing games and I know. X-ray party night, so shake your skeleton. Come on, X-ray party night, so shake your skeleton. Come on, until you're standing by my side, you got me feeling all alone. X-ray party night, so shake your skeleton. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it,
shake it, shake it now.